my tip top. And if I hit the switch, I can make the ass drop.
Welcome to In the Vibe. You are here on episode number 11. Here we go.
So let me say it out the bass beat.
And I'm DIZZ-E of In the Vibe. In the Vibe. So, wow, let's get down and party.
See, guys, he's doing it again. He's just letting the zone out. He's in the zone. Time out. So people, please, first of all, we want to thank you for giving us the likes. Please continue to press those likes and ring that bell.
No.
What are you doing?
Subscribe.
I don't know if saying subscribe. That's right.
And also ring the bell. Okay. And don't forget to follow us on
Twitter,
Instagram,
TikTok,
and on our other channel, Critical Opinion, right here on YouTube. Right? And if you want, all the links will be down below. And we are so excited about this episode, right? I think I've lost my busting. Right? So, anyways, now, so what's been happening? What's been going on? There's been a lot going on this week. Actually, there was quite, not a lot going on. I thought it was very quiet than normal.
Well,
okay. Maybe I wasn't listening.
Well, let me say in U.S., I can start it off. In U.S., maybe this is becoming more normal. Because there was news about last weekend about how a boy from L.A., 18-year-old boy from L.A., went to Buffalo and started shooting.
He drove all the way.
He drove all the way from
Los
LA.
Angeles, all the way to Buffalo. That's
right.
Not a short trip.
That's not a short
trip. Okay? That's about, what, 6 hours? 7, 5 hours?
That's almost 3 days.
Yeah.
3-day trip.
Oh, he drove?
He drove.
Oh, okay. Oh, so I thought he made the plane.
No.
Hey man, if you're driving that far, you're going in with an intent.
That's right. He was on a mission.
He was on a mission.
So what he did was that he shot and killed 10 people, mainly of color. And one guy was, I think he was a police officer outside of work. He was trying to defend himself, and he even stopped him. And the 18-year-old boy was wearing a bulletproof vest, so he shot and killed that police officer. So it's really...
Yeah, but the problem is, you know what's going to happen? Like every other thing, right? Yeah. He's going to be, all these white supremacist groups and everybody's going to start supporting him. Yeah. They're going to pay for his court phase, and guess what's going to happen? Right? Like that other young guy that went, shot a bunch of people, and they're going to claim self-defense or something, and he's going to be released. But I don't know. I'm going with this whole thing. These people driving me crazy. No, and I'm not even living there.
We have a big problem in the U.S. I don't know why. We're the only Western country that allows bearing arms and having guns. I mean, we have around 330, 340 million people. We have over 400 million guns circulating in the U.S.
Probably well over that.
Yes.
Well
I mean,
that, right? So.
You see it in Australia, in Canada, in England, and other countries that gun restriction does help reduce gun violence.
Oh,
but I don't know, for some strange reason, we have this brick wall
you gotta
from
remember
1700s, 1800s.
Yeah, but you know what? The birth of America was built on bloodshed.
Yes,
okay?
yes.
That's how America was done. America was created on violence. It's even in your anthem.
But we can't evolve. We can't evolve, can we?
Well, it can. Hey, I hope. Yeah. Like, you know, I wish there were. Just think about the things that ex-president, Donald Trump, has done and everything. If Barack Obama had done half of those things, what he did, he would have been marked as a traitor to the country. He would have been put in jail. There would have been court, like he would have had legal files for the rest of his life.
That's true.
Okay?
That's true.
They're letting this guy get away with crimes that he's done in front of everybody. Okay? Like there's evidence and The DOJ is doing nothing. They're doing nothing. They're sitting on their hands and like just, or you know, with their fingers in their noses and their fingers up their ass, doing absolutely nothing. God, pardon my language. Things like this just piss me off, right? And
you gotta make it
crazy.
change, yeah, because
It's
either something bad will really happen until people get it, or maybe something
bad's gonna really happen. They rushed the Capitol.
I know. I'm talking about
officers, and the girl got killed, shot because of one guy.
That's right.
Okay,
something bad.
People, wake up! Wake up!
Yes.
Damn! I can't believe. Like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done.
But if something really bad happens to those politicians, that's when they'll click, maybe.
No, they won't. No, they won't. No. What's that? That young guy on the wheelchair. What's that young guy on the wheelchair?
I know you're talking about.
Cornwell, or whatever his name is. He lost. He got boosted out by the Republican Party. He lost this year. So. Yeah, and so they got some nut jobs there, mate. Seriously, the Republicans have gone from being the Lincoln Party to being Bozo the Clowns. Yeah. Okay? You guys are a joke.
But can I play devil's joke? I'm gonna play devil's advocate because I'm
You're a Republican?
No, I'm not Republican. No, I'm not.
Elon Musk is now, apparently because he doesn't like the way the Democrats don't like him. Yeah. Right? So boo-hoo! Billionaire guy doesn't like some political party doesn't like you. Boo-hoo! Look, I'm crying. Okay? Get real. If that's your only reason, right? You are the dumbest beat I've ever read about in the history.
But I have to say something.
Grow up, man.
I have to say
and
something.
And stop being a social media hoe.
No, calm down. Critical opinions, just not.
No, that's my personal opinion.
Yes.
Right? If Elon Musk is listening, you're a social media hoe. Ho.
But I have to say about Democrats because Democrats can also make a powerful effect. I know, but Democrats can also make a powerful effect with the gun violence. Elon Musk, I can't help you with that. So both parties need to really, work well with United with this.
Well, no, they've tried. You know what I'm saying? Democrats, they've tried to reach across the aisle, right? And the problem is, those people across the aisle, they say one thing, and then when it comes down to voting and making the laws and everything, they backstab them. And get rid of the filibuster. Yeah, that's gotta go. Okay, that's like the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Okay, and you know what? Democrats, you guys are, I hate to say it, you guys are really bad at your job as well because you're not even defending yourselves. You guys aren't even going after them. Mitch McConnell comes after you guys, right? And the guy's a skeleton, okay? He's pretty much got his 1 foot in the grave and you guys still can't do anything to beat him. Get real. This is what I'm saying. American politics is a joke. Okay, what they need is a third party to come in, right, and completely destroy these two parties right out, and start a new trend because it can't be just a two-party government.
It's too archaic now.
It is. It's gotta go. The chaos has gotta go. People have to get back to normal lives and get back to reality because you guys are so far off reality. You guys are a joke, and the rest of the world is laughing at you.
Take a chill, Phil. Okay. Let's switch.
Oh, and the UK isn't any better. Come on. Seriously?
That's
oh my gosh, right? Don't get me started, okay?
Let's ease the tension. Let's switch to entertainment news.
Okay. Oh, congratulations goes out to Rihanna and Rocky A$AP, right? And congratulations, baby boy! Wow, right? All right. Come on, audience, give us a clap. Come on. Here we go. All right. Okay. Congratulations once again, right? And What else is going on?
What else is going on? You know, I'm a basketball fan. I don't know if you're watching the NBA playoffs.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're going to see me with an NBA cap on.
And the NHL is going on.
That's right,
NHL hockey is
right.
still going on,
That's
right? They're playing, getting ready for their Stanley Cup. It's a Stanley Cup playoffs.
That's right.
Baby! Right? So, anyways.
I'm going for the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
I hope that they win the whole thing because defense always wins championships.
I like Boston as well.
That's right.
I'm a Boston fan as well, right? And, Jordan said that one of the toughest guys he ever had played with was, what's his name? Larry Bird.
Larry Bird. And I have to admit, something about Larry, he's not so athletic compared to Magic, but he just hits the right spot with the shot. He knows where to move.
But he knew how to defend against Michael Jordan. And Michael Jordan just couldn't. He had to change his game because of Larry Bird.
That's true.
And he played for the Celtics.
That's right.
And it's actually Celtics, but you guys pronounce it Celtics.
He always tells me that.
It's actually Celtics. Okay, they were Celts. They weren't Celtics. I have no idea where you guys got the word Celtics.
But I have to say that Luka Doncic, this guy from the Dallas Mavericks, he is probably the closest embodiment of Larry Bird. He's like this big guy, not so quick. He's quick, not so quick, but he just hits the shot at the right spot. So, I mean, go for Dallas. Go ahead. We hope that you guys can pass Golden State.
Yeah.
And just keep the games going. I'm loving watching these playoffs. Excellent.
Celtics. Go green. Go green. Okay, gotta love the green. All right.
I should talk about what's been going on with me lately. Everything's been all right. I actually traveled around in almost in Czech Republic, that's where we live, in almost Czech Republic. And I went to this castle called Helfstein Castle.
Oh.
And it's kind of this weird old medieval castle. And it was just nice because it was all reconstructed and remodeled. And it's a nice trip for a family, just outside of the city, just about 20-minute drive.
Yeah.
And there also is like a kids' labyrinth place. So we really enjoyed ourselves that Saturday. But then my kids got sick. So then we just rested up on Sunday. But
wow, I've never been there.
yeah, you gotta try it out.
Yeah?
You gotta try it out.
Okay, so I'm gonna try it out. Right? We're gonna go out and go check this place out. And then I'll really let you guys know the truth. Okay, you know how it is. I'll give you a real opinion about that. Anyways, all is well, everything else, right? And now for that moment, it's time for the weatherman.
Did you ever have the feeling that you ought to go? Did you ever have the feeling that you ought to stay? Well, I know a man who's gonna have the last say. Who else but the weatherman?
And here's the latest weather report.
Well, welcome to In the Vibe News with the weather.
Thank you, Pete.
Thank you, DIZZ-E. Today's weather is 30% with a cloudy chance of meatballs. I know you say meatballs and rain, but I keep messing it up. Rain. And it is partly sunny, and actually it will be around 28 degrees.
Oh, do you know that apparently we're supposed to have really strong winds, right?
Strong gusts of wind.
Strong gusts of wind. Not just winds. They're going to be gusts of wind. So get ready for this. Although I don't think it's going to affect any of you or this weather. And that's
the weather report.
Now back to our regular scheduled program.
Wow.
Okay.
So let's talk about it. We're going to talk about this pioneer of rap as well. This guy is known for his cool shades and this eloquent flow of rap. His name is Kool Moe Dee.
Woo! Kool Moe Dee, man. He's in the spotlight, and he's like you.
He does remind me.
He reminds me of you.
He has like this deep voice with this eloquent kind of tone. I see a lot of myself in him, and the way he raps so flawlessly, without any like hesitation, and he did it with ease.
Yeah, he flows.
He flows well.
And he was actually one of the first people to do the fast rapping.
That's right. That's right.
Like, Busta Rhymes and other people that followed through. That followed like
Twista.
Eminem, right? They all, this is the guy. This is the father of fast rhymes.
That's right. That's right.
And so he was the first one to put all these rhymes together really quick and just completely blew everyone away.
That's right.
So let's start from the beginning. Let's go with Kool Moe Dee.
So this guy was born on August 8, 1962. R3. It is still sketchy about that. As Mohandas DIZZ-E. If I said his name right, please. DIZZ-E, yes. So his early career began with his work on the Treacherous 3, which we're going to talk about more.
And the Treacherous 3, you know who the people were on the Treacherous 3?
Yes, originally it was LA Sunshine and Spoonie G. But Spoonie G was trying to,
with Kool Moe Dee.
With Kool Moe Dee, exactly. But Spoonie G later on was trying to go off on his own, and then later they met Special K.
Yeah.
Which sounds like a cereal special. Anyway,
some of the names like Kool Moe Dee, L Cool J, Special K, all these things like that, and what's his name? LA Sunshine, right? These guys are like, they had some really cool names. They kind of took a lot of all the cool names away, right? Yeah. And now a lot of the guys they're basically named after guns. Tech 9, Machine Gun Kill. Come on, man. You know what the next thing is? Drugs. They're gonna name themselves after drugs, right? Like one is Potty Pot or Cookie Cane.
So let me tell you a little bit about his family. His father was kind of known as an in-the-street hustler, in and out of the house. What Kool Moe Dee said is he noticed that his father was at home around 2, 1 o'clock, which is kind of
late in the afternoon, and so he would go to work at that time, and but his mother worked a lot of odd jobs and try to keep the food on the table, right? While the father was out hustling, but. That was a big thing back then in those days, in that area of New York and everything. Right, hustling, everybody hustled, but everybody had a side hustle, right? And
so what happened was that there was one turning point when the father stabbed the mother, and that's when Kool Moe Dee just realized, with all these drugs and alcohol, I'm never even touching that stuff. Yeah. And he just realized he's not gonna let anything control his mind, affect his dedication,
his thought process.
Exactly.
Right? So.
And he was just on a mission with himself. Yeah. To keep going.
And then him and his friends started going and watching all these hip hop shows, and
Grandmaster Flash,
right, and all these other guys that we've been talking about. They Sugar Hill. Yeah. They'd watch these, and then one day he's walking down the street with one of his mates, right, who turned out to be his DJ later, and he just started rhyming. Right, and as they were walking along, and his friend said, "Wow, that's actually really good." And so that's when they created the Treacherous 3. And
so that led to the famous competition, that rap competition with DIZZ-E. And DIZZ-E was this local rapper, and he was always using all these sounds and hooks. And from one group, he was listening to this. They were doing like dang, 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 and he was just
It was a show in the 80s.
That's right.
Right, that came on, and there was a guy at the very end of at the end they would do this song called Ding Dong.
So he would start rapping, and he would like say, and they're like, wow, this guy.
Yeah.
It
was great, right? And so when they went to this competition, right? At that point, right, he thought he had won. He walked in saying, everybody sit down, I'm going to win. This is, hey, go home, right, type of thing. And then somebody said to Kool Moe Dee, right, I think it was LA Sunshine, said, you know what? Oh man, I don't think you could beat this guy. This guy's like phenomenal, right? And then he entered like that. He just entered, and he said, "Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna beat everybody on this stage. I'm gonna take it away from him. This guy's never gonna win." And sure enough,
one of his lines was, you can take your dumb back home, and he was just insulting him.
yeah, and it was the first time a DJ battle had happened where the DJs, or not a DJ, sorry, MC battle started happening, and MC started to diss another MC. Not just diss him, rip him apart, right? Without preparation, nothing, right? And this guy just went off over him, right? And it was crazy.
Yeah, so basically he murdered his career.
He murdered his career. Busy Bee, they collaborated later.
He did, but he was never. It just fits perfectly because he made other hits as well. I know you keep saying the Will Smith Wild Wild West movie was sour, but the Wild Wild West.
I liked it. I liked Will Smith. I liked your Wild Wild West. Okay. Wild Wild West. West. If you're gonna be quick from the hip. Anyways, so. I liked it.
So what happened when you were talking about the Wild Wild West? You were saying how New York City is like that jungle, kind of like the
Old West.
It's like it's like the Old West. Just shoot, lock, barrel, just draw. Whatever happens, happens. So.
But we can't go skip over one thing. That was like absolutely epic, and it was the first time that a beef had ever started in rap, and that was the beef between LL Cool J and Kool Moe Dee. This was like a dance that was going back and forth, like a battle. Like these guys,
Kool Moe Dee, he claims LL Cool J stole his aggressive stance and rapping style. You know, like the way LL Cool J so mad on the microphone. Like, but many people were yelling at the microphone.
Kool Moe Dee wasn't really yelling into the microphone, and he didn't show the mad style, right? I think. He just was a little threatened because here's this young boy that comes out and he can really deliver lyrics. And one thing I can tell you guys, you do not want to go up against LL Cool J, right?
But Kool Moe Dee seriously thinks till this day he can out-rap LL Cool J.
I don't know. It would be very close, right? Because I respect both, right? But I like I really do. I like Kool Moe Dee, right? But LL Cool J took it to a different right, and he put
volume.
He kept and he evolved.
He did.
He evolved over the time, and he gave the people what they wanted at that time, right? Whereas Kool Moe Dee sort of stayed sort of at that same level. He really didn't change his style. He didn't really change anything. Whereas LL Cool J went into those romantic raps. He did collaborations with J-Lo and other artists and everything like that. Kool Moe Dee didn't really do that. He just stuck to his own by himself singles. You see, that's the arrogance of some rappers. Right, and it's not a diss. It's just basically some rappers just feel they can do better on their own.
Every rapper believes that they're the best, so you know.
Yeah, and I get that. I get that. Yeah. Right, and but that battle went on. One would write something, and then the very next day or a couple of weeks later, another LL Cool J would come back at him, and they were going back and forth with their songs. Right, and then eventually, I think. Kool Moe Dee did lose, right? Because LL Cool J just came out and went on. Well, look at his success. He went on to become going into movies, going into doing movies, going into doing a TV series now, right? And which has been running for a very long time, right? Is it CSI? NCIS. We'll check that out. But anyways. But yeah, he went on to become really successful, right? And then he has that lip sync one, Drop the Mic.
That's right. I mean, LL just
right. So
just keep going.
Yeah, he just Mama says to knock you out, and he knocked you out, Kool Moe Dee. Okay, so we give you credit. Yeah. You did introduce a lot of things, and we appreciate that because it was awesome. Yeah. Your era was just off the charts.
In fact, let's play some of his hits right now. Let's play Wild Wild West, and let's play
Go See the Doctor.
Go See the Doctor. Thank you.
Before you get bum rushed at the Wild Wild West.
I was walking down the street, rocking my beat, clapping my hands and
So,
stomping my
what great hits? And we see that, you know, in 1987 when he made that album, How You Like Me Now, the single, it just showed how Kool Moe Dee moved into one of the highlighted portions of his career.
Yeah.
So,
And actually, we'll play that song a little later, How You Like Me Now. But I want to go back to talk a little bit about that LL Cool J War and
Right.
some of the songs that they put out, right? Okay, so the War of Words, right? And LL fired back with Jack the Ripper.
That's right, that's right.
Remember that? That was
Yeah.
an awesome thing. And then after, we'll play all these songs that we're going to mention right now, and you'll see how they were sort of going back and forth, right? And then Kool Moe Dee returned with Let's Go, right?
That's
and
right.
then LL Cool J came back with what?
he came out, well, he countered with Break of Dawn.
Yeah.
Break of Dawn. And with Kool Moe Dee, he finished up with the Death Blow. And it just kept going, like you said, back and forth. It was just crazy at one point. But, you know, good luck deciding on a clear winner. But
I think LL Cool J won.
I
do.
think,
Right?
yeah, I have to say.
Right, but the results are on the sort of a classic battle of hip hop history, right?
That's right.
And it was probably one of the first
earliest
earliest diss battles that
Yeah.
were going back and forth,
Yeah.
right? And I think now they sort of like, I don't think they have a beef or anything now. They've both matured and grown up, and I think they probably laugh about this now, right? So. He also became the first rapper to perform at the Grammys.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
So,
That's true. Which was
Kool
a
Moe
great
Dee, by the way.
highlight. Yeah.
Kool Moe Dee was one of the first rappers to perform on the Grammy Awards. Okay, and that is because prior to that, the rappers were getting mad because they were making hit after hit and they were getting like lots of recognition. But the Grammy Awards would not. They would recognize them, but they would give them the awards during the commercials.
Okay, so it's good.
Right? Yeah, they did. They used to give they would do the rap section, right? They wouldn't even air it on the TV, so you never see them win any. So that's why we don't have clips of people from back then, artists who won the Grammy Awards. Never, there's no videos of them receiving them because they never aired them on TV. Okay, because they just thought it was just honestly, at the time, the music industry thought it was just a junk music. It was just like a trend. It was going to be over very quickly, and it wasn't going to last.
That's weird.
Guess what?
That is
It grew
weird.
into a mammoth,
Yes.
right? And a giant industry that outperformed any other genre of music, right? And so
he also participated in the Stop the Violence movement.
we talked about this,
Yeah,
right?
self-destruction.
With African Bombada
That's
and
right.
all those other performers. They were all in there, right? And so in addition, he was part of the Quincy Jones project,
Yeah.
right? Back on the block, right?
Yeah,
So
that's
that was a really successful piece of work that they did.
Yeah. He also went back to the university and he got his bachelor's in communication.
Yeah.
So he's an educated man as well.
Like
So
we
he's
say,
like-
stay in school, get school. It's important, man. Like education, you can't get away from it.
You can't.
Right? Like I mentioned before, I have friends and people that are going back like later in their lives to get those degrees, right? And Ludacris is a perfect example of
Yeah.
that. He
Luda.
went back. Luda, he got his, right? And Taylor Swift just recently got hers as well from the New York. I think it's NYU.
Yes.
Right?
Even,
Yeah. Kim Kardashian's gone back to get her law degree, right? Because her father was a lawyer,
yeah.
right? And so, yeah, it's important. Stay,
Yes, it is.
just go to school, get your degree. It's really important. We're not trying to preach, okay? We're just saying that it's something. It is important. We grew up, got our degrees. It's tough, but you know what? It's rewarding. You feel really just proud of yourself having accomplished something then, right?
exactly.
So, okay. So he continued to release albums well into the 90s, okay, without a lot of success,
Yeah.
but he was still alive, and he's still going on right now. He does small little appearances in movies and sitcoms and stuff like that.
Right, yeah.
He's still up and about, right? So, which is really good. He has released some tracks on Chuck D's, slamjams.com site, right? So he's still active. Right, and so he just changed his name. He spells the spelling different, right? To Kool, Kool,
Okay.
right? And then Mo, M-O, instead of M-O-E. And then it used to be just D,
Okay.
so now it's D-E-E, right?
It's like Puff Daddy.
Yeah.
Changing his
P. Diddy changes it.
P. Diddy, Puff
Yeah,
Daddy.
yeah.
Love Diddy.
Anyways,
So with Kool Moe Dee, we just want to send our roses to you because we do appreciate you. You pioneered with battle rap, with disc records. I mean, but you said everything. You stayed to your beliefs. You stayed to what you wanted to be. And we thank you for being an influence to us, to me personally, because kind of some of my styles kind of similar to yours. So we want to just thank you once again. Stay strong, stay proud.
and before we go,
Yeah.
here is How You Like Me Now.
In your head, dancing instead of sitting. The rhymes kick, the beats hitting you just
Well
like.
thought out lyrics. They really came back at each other hard. But I think that's what drove LL Cool J to even do better than. I think he
I
probably
believe so.
would have been a little slower in his success, but because of that, I think Kool Moe Dee elevated.
I think Kool Moe Dee was LA very good.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, back to that. That's a good way to come right there. Closing up with that. All right. Guess what?
What is
It's
it?
that time.
It's that time.
It's time for the hit.
Top
List.
10 hits. Let's go.
Here you go.
Do yourself a favor and get a mirror that mirror grievance. They pointed at me so the reflection can mirror freedom. She told me that she need me the most. I didn't believe. I'm tired of these emotional ass, ungrateful ass bitches, unstable ass, confrontational ass, dumb bitches. You wanna bring a nigga?
My bitch got a wig in her hair, but she still a 10. It's enough room for the sleep up in there, but I'm too turned to sleep in the Benz. If the niggas don't work, then go eat.
That's a neighborhood reputable. That is a snitch on a pedestal. What is a house with a better view? A family broken in variables. What is a rapper with
Down Rolly avalanche, yeah, my old bitch average. This my first time rapping it. I might try to
Take my voice away, I ain't try to take your choice away. I just pray the water break, just for my daughter's sake. From a
daughter up. She need all the love. I need all the love. I mean all of us.
I'm about to pull out his switchboard curtains, and I've been waiting so long.
Word in the panic, the women is stranded, the men on the run. The profits abandoned, the law take advantage. The market is crashing, the industry wants niggas and bitches. Dehumanized, the sensitive, scrutinized the way we live for you and I. Enemy shook my hand, I can promise I'll meet you in a land where no equal is your equal.
Oh man. Okay, so those are good hits, man. Every week these young guys are putting out something big. Okay, and you people are go buy their albums, go listen to them, download them, right? Support the hip hop community.
Gotta support each other, guys. Yep, let's do it.
Anyways, so also thank you once again for joining us each and every week and supporting us, showing us your love.
That's right.
Continue doing that and continue to subscribe.
Subscribe, that's right. Press those
And
likes.
ring that bell to
Ring
keep
that
you
bell.
alert of all the new content, new videos that we
right.
release. And also follow us on all our social media sites, okay? TikTok, Instagram,
Twitter.
right? And also check out our other channel, Critical Opinion, for our songs, okay? And you might be surprised. Anyway, so we're gonna be putting up our new album is
Yeah,
coming out
it's coming
soon.
soon, guys.
What we decided to do is release singles. We're gonna release each song every couple of weeks, and so we'll let you know. We'll actually premiere the songs on our show right here. Okay, and so you get to hear it before it even gets released. Okay, so a couple of days before.
Oh,
So, yeah.
nice. Just upcoming news. Keep following us.
Press the likes,
Press the
okay,
likes.
and
Yeah,
leave
we
your
thank you.
comments, okay? Let us know how you like our show. Come on, all right.
And thank you guys. We love
Thank
you
you.
guys.
We love you. Peace, love, respect, and stay safe
And stay in the vibe.
in the vibe.